What is functional neurological disorder?
So FND is the brain sending the wrong signals to the body. That doesn't mean it's imaginary. That means your brain is sending the wrong signal. So what happened at some point in your life is that you went maybe through some kind of traumatic incident, whether it's physical or mental, and your brain wired itself wrong. So when you're in a time of distress, it sends the wrong signal. So there have been studies done, not a lot of them, but there have been studies. Let's say, hypothetically, that your right leg is not moving. So if you are pretending, in this brain scan, nothing will light up. But with FND, let's say that this area should light up in the scan. And you're trying to move your leg. You're really, really trying. What happens is other areas of the brain will light up. That means it's not pretend. You are trying, but your brain is not sending the right signal. So in time of distress, your brain just lights up everything that is wrong, not the right signals.
Why is it misdiagnosed?
So a lot of people go to the doctor and the doctor looks at them, asks them simply, do you have trauma? Answer is yes. And then they touch them a little bit, maybe take a blood test, see nothing wrong, there you go, you have FND. So you can be misdiagnosed if you don't check everything first. People have been misdiagnosed that have had tumors, for example, or cysts within their bodies, pressuring on certain points that are doing similar effects as FND.
How is it diagnosed?
So FND is properly diagnosed with this brain scan, but for some people, like me, I've had it for a very long time. I had loads of tests done when I was younger. So we did all the blood tests, all the brain scans, and a spine check. It came out perfectly normal. And over the years, even though I've always had the symptoms, my nerves did not degenerate. So when I went to a neurologist, they checked if all my nerves were okay. And they were perfectly fine. She spoke to me for a little bit, she checked my previous scans, went properly through my history, and then sent me to a physiotherapist.
What's important to do before a diagnosis?
So you have to make sure that you are correctly diagnosed. Half an hour with a doctor is not enough for a diagnosis. As I said previously, there are tests done to make sure that it's not something else. So make fully sure that you have checked your vitamins, that you know what medication you are on. So some medications can have the same side effects as FND. So if you're on certain pain medication, epilepsy medication, or forgot the last one, but you get my point. Check the side effects, because maybe you just need to get off the medication. And then a few months later, you're going to be fine. So make sure all the tests are done, check your medication, and then proceed.
What are some of the symptoms?
Some of the symptoms of fibro are just some of them. There are a lot of them, so I'm just going to mention a few here. So there's limb weakness. So what happens is that just a part of your body stops moving. Or you're trying to move it, but you can only move it just a little bit. But you have no strength in your body. It can happen to your face, it can happen to anywhere throughout your body. So that's fun. Then we have tremors. So the tremors are more severe. It's not just like unsteady hand. It is more tremors where you can't control. It can be anywhere in your body. Then we have tics. So I'm assuming most of you know what Tourette's is. So it can kind of mimic Tourette's without being Tourette's, such as like, or just, it's very silly, it's very fun in public, but there you have it. Then we have drop attacks. Drop attacks is where your just body fails you completely. So it's almost like fainting, but you're kind of fully aware of your surroundings. Your body just stops working all of a sudden. And then we can have where your body locks up, such as your jaw, just completely locks and you can't speak and you can't move it. It's absolutely terrifying not being able to speak. And it can affect your speech as well, actually. So kind of sounds like you're having a stroke sometimes. Or for some people, for some reason, random accents. I'm not really sure how that one works, but it's one of the symptoms. And I will put a link to a website below that you can properly look at the other symptoms and read more about them.